All right, got to keep my voice down a little bit. Today's the 10th of October 2025. We're getting we're getting weather that's more consistent with October 10th, 2025. Well, 2024 anyway. But I just came out here and found something, and I thought you all would think this is kind of fun. So I'm out in this area is my sow area. The little piglet factory, I guess we call it. I have 4 sows in here, which is a sow is a mother pig. And then there's 1 boar in here as well. And I'm kind of keeping my head down here because the boar doesn't like when I'm in here when this has happened. So let me show you what has happened. She doesn't like it when I'm interrupting her, but these just came this morning, it looks to me, because I can still see some things on them that indicate that they were just newly born. Let me zoom it in a little bit. See that little bit of mucus across his back? That could be within the last couple hours. And you see that they're shaking really good. That's good. That's a good thing. If they're not shivering, we have a problem. It is kind of cool out. It's probably 45 out Fahrenheit. So not exactly warm. And there's pretty stiff wind. And we're getting off and on rain. And you might think, hey, do something for these poor girls, But these are some tough pigs. Like if it was a downpour right now, I wouldn't be too concerned. I've seen them farrow out like this when it's below freezing, and the pigs seem to do better. So she had 8. She's a blonde Mangalitsa, and the boar over there is half blonde and half red. He's a 50-50. And so she's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds, 3 blondes. So she had 8. That's a good, nice litter. And they're all nice and healthy looking. They're all eaten too, which is really good. If they get that first shot of colostrum, we're in good shape. And I'm not seeing any fatalities. I'm seeing a little bit of umbilical cord hanging down. So it looks like her afterbirth is probably out. And she might have got it, or one of these other sows might have got it, who knows. So there's a big red sow over there, and she's getting ready as well. And then over here, well, wait a minute, I'm short a sow. What's going on here? There should be 4 of them. Nobody here. What about here? Oh yeah? She's definitely in the nesting mode. Because if there's food over there, I just fed. And so when the food wagon comes, they're coming a running. And if she's laying here hunched down like this, that means she's got something going on too. She's pretty big, pretty hanging, pretty chesty. And this one went the day before yesterday. And she picked the big hut. And so everybody else is kicked out. She had 5, I think. Let's see if I can get an accurate count. Hi, girl. I really can't. She's eating something. Why don't you go get some food? She's a red. Can't really see. I can count. Yeah, I'm counting 5. Yeah. So, not bad. I mean, if I don't get massive litters, I'm not really too concerned about that. 5 is good. It's 5 more than we had the day before yesterday. And then 8 over here, and then she's getting ready to go. Luckily, she went in a hut. Now, if I probably should, I could take that empty hut and put it on top of her while she's still out of it. As I was walking around in here, I saw something that I think I want to come back and look at. Sure enough, look at that. You know what that is? That is a skunk. It's a dead skunk, but it's a skunk all right. And those are maggots. So what happened, I would surmise, look at that, Maggot City. What happened probably is a skunk came in. There's another one. Another skunk. 2 skunks. Now that's nothing that, yeah, I'll show you. I think I'm pulling your leg. That's another skunk. So that's not me. I have not encountered a skunk this summer yet. And usually it's this time of the year when we see them. So I'll bet you what has gone on is a skunk came in to get some of this feed from their feeding area, and somebody didn't like it and put the crunch on them. I did smell skunk, and that's probably because they locked horns with the boar or maybe one of the sows. Huh? And they're pretty much eaten. So, a little skunk meat. Never hurt anybody. But it'd be kind of fun if I could catch on camera this big girl over here just starting to farrow. There is a slight problem. There's another little pig that's in there with her, and that pig is one that just didn't sell for whatever reason. And it's I think it's one of her daughters, could be. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Yep, from last time. So the schedule that we're on is a very natural schedule. These animals will farrow in the spring, late winter, and then again in the fall. So they're right on their natural schedule. Oh, she does have a baby pig in there. Not that bigger one. There's one in between them. So what's going on here, girl? We're gonna have one little happy family. Yeah, you see that ear sticking up right there? That's a baby. So she must be farrowing now. And that's why she's so laid back. Well, I'm not gonna do anything about that. I'm just gonna let it go the way it's gonna go. Something interesting here. By the time, see that? Oh yeah, now you can see it. Don't tell me she only had one. I find that hard to believe. No, that's a newborn. So she is actively farrowing now. Okay. If I was to try and get that other one out of there, it'd be all kinds of noise and all kinds of disruption. I'm going to get out of here so she can. So by the time that little bit bigger one in there is, by the time it's fall time, like this for the second farrowing, that one isn't going to try and suck off the mom, because that's what can happen. Like, this is fortunate that we've got 3, 4 of them farrowing at the same time. Their babies will all be small at the same time. And I'll show you this because this is really fun. In a week, 10 days or so, she'll be out eating, and then shortly after that her babies will come out for the first time, and they'll venture out. And pretty soon we'll have quite a few of them in here running around, and they sync up. The sows sync up, and when it's time to lay down and feed their babies, they just flop over. One will flop over and start grunting, and all the babies will go to her. And then another one will flop over when she gets the message, and then half the group will go to her, and so on. And they switch. The babies just go wherever the groceries are. Pretty cool. Yep, she's a big one too. She's gonna be going in no time, that one over there. But see, when she's not farrowing, she's interested in one thing, and that's eating. A little lesson on the Mangalitsa here. You can see that they're kind of a hands-off type animal to have around. On a daily basis, all I do is feed them and make sure that they have water. And for their water, it's really easy. We run it out on the ground, make a pool for them so they can lounge around in it. Even when it's cool like this, they'll still get in the mud and wallow around. And that keeps the parasites off of them. So it's real easy to just run a little water out and then feed. And we feed right on the ground. I'll move it around a little bit. I see some people like to feed in something, but if it's heavy enough that they won't tip it over and push it into the fence or destroy it, then it's a little too heavy for you to move around frequently. Whereas if you just feed them on the ground, and then you pick another spot and feed them, like I've got a lot of fence line here I can feed them on, and I feed them with the front end loader. Or even if you were feeding with buckets, you can just move around, feed them on the ground. They don't care. And you probably don't want to feed them in the same spot all the time, because then it gets kind of grungy. But that would be the case if you had a feeder that was heavy enough that they couldn't push around or tip over. I mean, if you feed them in a cut-off barrel, the first thing they do is tip it over so they can get at it. So trying to keep it sanitary for them is a little human, and it's not as necessary as you would think, especially when you get pigs that are killing and eating skunks like that. All right, so all is well. Thought I'd show you that because it's kind of neat. It really does perks up your day, you know, even when it's gray and cold like this, you see new life. That's a nice thing. Anyone can farm.